So I want to start with you first of all. You're the editor of Day Nurseries, a leading website for nurseries. You've got 3 boys yourself, 13, 11 and 8. So do you let them play with guns, toy guns, water pistols?
Yeah, completely, yeah. I mean, we've always had lots of toys, like toy guns, swords in the house. We've got Nerf guns. We had the little pistols when they played cowboys and loads of water pistols as well.
And were you ever concerned that one day this may lead to violent tendencies? Or...
No, not at all. I kind of feel it's really important for them to be able to use their imagination and they're able to run and hide. And it's in a world where there's like problems with obesity, they'll be crawling on the floor. It's such an active sort of game when they're playing with guns. So I really I think it's really important.
Well, Dipti, on June the 10th this year, the Duchess of Cambridge and Prince George and Princess Charlotte watched Prince William play a charity polo game. Prince George was pictured playing with a toy gun. There were massive arguments on social media, and many people said that it was irresponsible. Do you think they were irresponsible?
Well, I'm really interested in the psychological and physiological aspects of what happens when people see guns in their mind. Now, I know that there has been extensive studies on this, and there's been a study in America that's done, and it says that when you look at a weapon, regardless of whether it's a toy or a real weapon, the amount of aggression tendency and thinking about aggression in the brain goes up. So because I'm a hypnotherapist, I'm coming from a psychological perspective. They've also done that study, taking it further, and then putting two groups of children in a circumstance where one camp were given toy weapons to play with and another camp were given other toys to play with. And they noticed that in the camp of the toy weapon group, that the antisocial behaviour had massively increased.
But when you look back through the generations, I mean, children have played with, you know, bows and arrows or guns, toys of all these sorts of things for years, hundreds and hundreds of years. And not all of those children have grown up to have violent tendencies.
Yeah, no, I'm certainly not saying that, you know, just because you pick up a toy is going to mean that you're going to become a mass shooter when you grow up.
Well, I hope not, because I did. I had a potato gun, I had a pea shooter, I had all sorts of stuff when I was there.
But with the idea of imagination and role play, that's completely different. So when you're, you know, picking up a stick and pretending it's a gun, you're using your imagination. But if you're giving a toy a realistic weapon, that's really what I'm anti here, is the realistic aspect.
So would you ban them?
So I would ban the realistic aspect of weaponry. Toys and weapons, I don't think, should be in the same sentence.
What about, I mean, at the moment we're going through a heat wave. I mean, water pistols is part of a joy of being in a swimming pool, getting your parents, you know. Is it not just good fun?
Oh, no, I'm not against...
killjoy when it comes to just children having fun.
But the interesting word about killjoy has got the word kill in it. And, of course, when we talk about weapons, realistic-looking weapons, they actually do kill. You know, weapons do kill. That's the point of them. If I say the word gun to you, the next word that comes into your mind is probably not going to be one of peace or tranquility. It's going to be something that is insightful of violence and aggression. So I'm not talking about banning water play. I love water play. And there's, you know, when there's laughter and joy and happiness involved, that means children are playing.
OK, so there we go. I'm with you the whole way, apart from Killjoy. You sort of lost me on that one. But as far as those discussing the psychological impact there, it makes sense.
Well, I feel that if you ban something, you make it more desirable. So if you daynurseries.co.uk, which is a review site for nurseries, we had the survey and we found that 79% of nursery staff had banned guns, 5% had banned superhero costumes. And all it means is that it becomes this kind of item which it's been given more value by banning it. And I found that because I've got 3 boys, so we have a whole arsenal of swords and everything. So their friends would come over and they'd like, because if they weren't allowed swords or guns, they'd like run in, grab them all, be sword fighting and everything. And it was like the focus. Whereas my kids, they have them all the time. So it's just like take it or leave it. It's not, they don't become big things.
And so are you saying that there is a desire in the forbidden?
Yes. Yeah.
Would you agree with that, or do you not see that as an issue?
Yeah, no, I do agree that if you do ban something, the desire does increase. I do understand that concept in the brain as well. But, you know, I would say that it's just to be aware of the psychological impact. So as parents, I would personally choose to do something different with my children, but I'm not judging other parents, for example, but I just know that I wouldn't have given my children, and I didn't give them any weapons to play with.